first time, I want to say this year is going to be a great year. It's going to be a wonderful year. And I believe so much that the mistakes that were done last year, uh, by some of us, we are not going to make the same mistake this year. So we try as much as possible to caution and to advise and to learn, how to get things right. I remember I said 2 days ago, this time out with Hello David. This is BHF Foundation. BHF Foundation is a youth organization. Please, I want you to follow us on YouTube, BHF Movies. You get a lot of information about BHF Foundation. But BHF Foundation is a youth organization set up with the sole purpose to try and give good advice and counsel to our youth. Counsel that comes from experience. Some of us have seen a lot of things. Um, we did so many things. I grew up in the street, so because I grew up in the street, I saw many things, I know many things, and I know that there's always consequences for every wrong action. So I try as much as possible to bring out some of the things we learned from the street, some of the things that will help you not to have a hard life when you are grown up. When you are grown up, these things are so important. I studied mechanical engineering, so I'll be able to tell you, like what science says, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. But I also know that it's easier to uproot a seed than to uproot a tree. So if you're able to uproot the seed before it becomes a tree, you are in a safer position. And so that's why we have been talking about some of the things that you need to avoid if you want to have a stressful life, if you don't want a stress-free life, if you don't want to become a prayer project in the lives of people. We have a lot of prayer houses everywhere. Some of them are genuine, and most of them are just merchandising the people. But if you are able to get things right from the beginning, you will find that you will not be so desperate as going to from one church to the other trying to look for special prayers. You'll be so relaxed, you still need to pray, but you will not be desperate about it. And for the past few days, we've been talking about sexual immorality. We decided to start after making a New Year resolution and trying to see how the resolution will work. Because most times, if you remember what I said the first day, some of us made a lot of New Year resolution many years ago. We were doing it regularly. I remember when we were sapling then, we make a lot of New Year resolutions. And when it was around 31st of December, we go to a Catholic church at Ogodo Road in Sapling. So that when AT&P blow their horn, when it is around 12 midnight, we want to make sure that when it gets to 1st of January, our head will be inside the church premises after we've made the resolution. Thinking that with that alone, we'll be empowered to be able to follow the resolutions. But some of the resolutions we made is, as we're entering this new year, I will not smoke again, I will not take drugs, I will not drink, I will not be violent, I will not do this, I will not do that. But after 31st, before I get to 2nd, begin to smoke more, drink more, and take more drugs. We meant the resolution, we mean the resolution, but the power to be able to carry the resolution out, we didn't have it. The power is not there. Were we serious? Yes, we were serious, but we didn't have the strength. We didn't have the capacity to do it. We want to do it, but the capacity is not there. So I remember I said something about if you want to have a new resolution and you want it to work, I said there are 3 things you must do. First and foremost, you must watch what you think. What do you think about? Number 2, you must watch the company you keep. Because evil communication, they say, corrupt good manners. Change your friends. And you must have a goal. Remember I said, if you don't have a goal, you will not score a goal. You must have a goal post if you want to score a goal. You can't score a goal if you don't have a goal post. It's not possible. So these are the three things we talk about. And after that, we'll be talking about the things you need to avoid. After the resolutions, the things you need to avoid if you want to have a good start as a young boy. And I tell you, that's the biggest problem we have today. Many people think it's witches. So you begin to hear witches of your father's house, witches of your mother's house, this and this and this. It's not that. I'm telling you from personal experience. The biggest problem you will face in your 40s, in your 50s, let me say your 40s, in your 50s, the biggest challenge that will manufacture, that will manifest, is the consequences of sexual immorality. Remember, I said that before and I say it again. The consequences. Sexual immorality has one of the most deadliest consequences. Once you begin to sleep with a woman, a girl that is not your wife, you begin to sleep with a lady that is not your wife, you've registered your name in the marine kingdom to be oppressed by marine forces. You have been networked. You have been networked and surrounded. It's because the creator of human beings. Remember, I've always said if you want to live a good life, if you want to enjoy your products, you must be able to follow the manufacturer's instruction. And the manufacturer wrote, when he created humans, he gave us the Bible, which is the manual. The Bible is the manual of living. And the Bible warns you, your body is the temple of the living God. And sexual immorality will destroy your body. And the Bible says, whoever tempers with the body, God will destroy. Sexual immorality is the gateway to satanic oppression. Sexual immorality is about 75 to 80% cause of the failure of young men, of the destruction of the destinies of young men, is mostly caused by sexual immorality. 80% of the problem that young people go through, it is not father, it's not mother, it's not witch, it's not wizard. It's because of sexual immorality. I've experienced it before. Girls have told me before, because I used to go out with a lot of girls, so I learned many things the hard way. I told you a girl woke me up in the night and told me once about the consequences of sexual immorality. So I want to warn the youth of this generation that please be very careful. You are not having fun. You are destroying your life. There's a saying from the manual himself that the pleasure of sexual immorality is for a moment. It has pleasure. Sexual immorality has pleasure. But the destruction can take a lifetime. The destruction can take a lifetime. The consequences is for a moment. The pleasure is for a moment. But the destruction might take a lifetime. Sexual immorality. You check it off our clip in our YouTube. You can visit some of our teachings there, you see it. Today, for the few minutes we have, we're looking for a new. We're going to talk about another brand of sexual immorality that is very destructive. Sleeping with somebody's wife. When you are sleeping with somebody's wife, your life is being destroyed. I'm telling you. Your life is completely being shattered. You find that you get to a stage where anything you put your hand will not succeed. You just be praying and praying and praying and praying, but you've already messed up your destiny. You are just a walking carcass. Your glory has been uprooted. You've exchanged your glory. That was exactly what Potiphar's wife wanted to do with Joseph. I thank God for Joseph. He wanted to exchange the glory of Joseph for the pleasure of sin, which is for a moment. But Joseph said no. Joseph ran away. I remember a few years ago, a very beautiful girl, beautiful lady. She's into oil and gas. She stays in Lekki. She called me once and said, "Dave, I want to have sex with you." Married mother of three. She stays in Lekki Estate. In she stays in is it NNPC estate or so in Lekki? That's what she told me. She said, "I want to have sex with you," and I told her, I said, "Look, if you want to go to hell, you can go alone. I won't go with you because I've already had those experiences from the beginning." There are many of them in town, especially in a place like Lagos. There are many of them. Many. I've seen many. They come to you directly. There's one that stays in one of the estates in my two. The one is a very rich man, very rich man. She called me once and said, "Dave, I want you to come on." The husband is not in Nigeria. She's abroad, is a businessman. She has little kids. The eldest of those kids is about 3 or 4 years old. Small children. About 2 or 3 children, but they're small. One is about a year plus. The eldest one is about 3 plus. I should come to their mansion so we can pray together in our parlor. And I looked at her and I said, "Let us pray in the phone. Even if you give me 10 million, I won't come." She said, "No, you can't." I said, "No." I said, "Maybe you trust yourself. I don't trust myself." As I refuse. Don't sleep with married women. Don't you ever try it. It's not worth it. The married man wants to destroy you, young man. Young man, you still have life ahead of you. She wants to destroy you. There are many in this Lagos, many of them. I can tell you that 1 out of every 3 married women in Lagos, they live in adultery. And their sole purpose is to destroy you. There are plenty of them in Lagos. I've seen plenty. It's not what they told me. It's what I've seen. I grew up in the streets. I know a man that stays in Festac from years ago. A woman that stays in Festac, rather. The boyfriend is in a solo. Normally cook food and give to the daughter to take to the boyfriend in the solo. That's how many there are. Somebody once said, if you do DNA for most of the children in Lagos, you find that out of every five children that belong to a man, 3 of them belong to somebody else. Randomly, if you want to go move now, it's okay. You pick up this married man, you want to do DNA tests for him. For the children, if he has 5 children, only 2 belongs to him. The rest 3 belong to somebody else. That's how many they are. A woman told me once, a very beautiful lady. She has a master's degree. She told me once and said, "My son belongs to my boyfriend. One of my children belongs to my boyfriend." The woman have, I think, 4 children. And second to the last one, the boy belongs to the boyfriend. That's how pathetic it is. So I want to advise young men. Sexual immorality is bad, but sleeping with people's wife is dangerous. You might not be able to recover from it. God hates it. The book of Proverbs said they will turn you to a loaf of bread. Proverbs chapter 5 or chapter 6 of them. You turn to a loaf of bread. You're sleeping with somebody's wife. Don't allow a frustrated woman, no matter how rich she is, to destroy your tomorrow. A woman that has destroyed her life, useless her life, she's looking for a young man that she will also destroy their life. Avoid them. Avoid them. Have no relationship with married women. They could destroy you. Years ago, a young man came to my office, came to BHF office. I think he saw some of my materials. He came to my BHF office, terribly sick. We're supposed to pray together. If we want to pray, somebody said, no, ask him questions. Don't be in a hurry to. And I asked him, I said, young man, I will pray with you, but I want to know what is wrong with you. What did you do? Because something that you did that is making you have this sickness. So you've gone to a lot of this, you've done different lab tests, and the situation is getting worse. And say, yes. There's a lady he normally carries in his Okada. The lady told him one day that he likes him, collected his number. At any time he wants to go out, he will be calling him. I started calling the young man. From calling him to go out, we started sleeping together. He started having sex with the lady. Run away from them. And like I said, those that want to destroy their lives, don't join your hand. Those that want to destroy your life, avoid them. Oh, you created great. I've always said in this program, you are created great. It doesn't matter the attack on the baby of an elephant. It can never be as small as a rabbit. An elephant will always give birth to big baby. You know what? I don't know the name they call it. But the offspring of the elephant is always big. Because it's the nature of the elephant to be big. God created you as the child of God. It's your nature to be great. It's not a favor. It's your nature, it's your right. But I'm talking about things that you can do that will stop it. They say no weapon that is fashioned against you that shall prosper. Yes, but the weapon you fashion against yourself through sexual immorality, the weapon will prosper. If you are sleeping with somebody's wife, you are under a curse. A curse you might not be able to repent from. Run away from them. It doesn't matter how much they give you today. Don't let them useless your glory. Not because of peanuts. Sell your tomorrow for peanuts. That's the second level of sexual immorality that is extremely dangerous. Sleeping with somebody's wife. You brought an attack against yourself. And they will use it to continue to oppress you forever. Except when God have mercy on you. Except God have mercy on you. It's the easiest way for oppression. Run away from them. And I want to tell you that, please, all these things I'm telling you right now, they are information that will help you. It's not what I was taught, it's what I know, what I grew up with. People's life have been destroyed because of ordinary sex. Ordinary sex. Have nothing. Most married women today are worse than prostitutes. They are loose. In fact, we are living in a generation now where married women are more loose than single girls. I'm telling you, married women are more loose than single girls. As I begin to round up, I know a guy many years ago in Akuti. He met my friend, he was looking sad, and the rest of my friend said, what's wrong with you? She said she wants to give birth now. And the man said, if you thank God I want to give birth now, you're already about 9 months, you are due any moment from now. I say, yes. I said, but there's a problem. What kind of problem is that? It's a baby bridge. He said, no. He said, the baby does not belong to my husband. I'm telling you a life story. He said, the baby does not belong to my husband. My husband works in Osun State. And I stay in Akuti, Labule Akuti. My husband normally comes here and go, comes here and go, comes here and go. But before he comes, I discovered that somebody else, he said the boyfriend impregnated her. So this time around, he did not wait for the husband to come. He had to travel to Osun State to see the husband and slept with the husband. She knows that she was already pregnant with somebody's child. This is dangerous. I want to warn the young men of this generation. Run from such women. Thank you for joining us. Because they will destroy you. They will destroy your future. They will destroy your tomorrow. You are created great. Don't become a prayer project in the hand of fake prophets and evil prophets. Sleeping with married women will always abort your glory and destroy your destiny. Until we meet again during the week, we will talk on that brand of sexual immorality. Sleeping with your siblings. Please take good care of yourself as we give out this counsel.